You keep hearing about supply chain attacks, right? You're thinking about SolarWinds, XE and now Axios. And every time the coverage says the same thing: someone compromised a package. Patch and move on. But the framing is missing the actual threat, right? Supply chain attacks are not edge cases anymore. It seems that they're becoming a deliberate shift in the adversary strategy. If you're in security and you're not thinking about this, your perimeter controls are not protecting the things that matter most. So here's what's different and here's what's changed, right? Traditional intrusion means going after your target directly. This involves phishing, exploitation, brute forcing passwords, right? And modern defenses are designed for that. You have EDR, firewalls, MFA, zero trust, all the famous buzzwords. But supply chain attacks invert that model. Instead of attacking you directly, adversaries attack the software you unconditionally trust. And these are things like libraries and build tools and package registries, the stuff that your developers install because it came from a trusted maintainer on a trusted registry. Before this breach, right, Axios had 100 million weekly downloads. One compromised maintainer account equaled one malicious dependency in a 3-hour window. And then we saw hunters observe 135 endpoints calling the attacker infrastructure during that window. Fact is that this is not a vulnerability. It is a trust relationship that was weaponized. So I want to take a look at the bigger picture. Modern software does not get built from scratch. It gets assembled from hundreds of open source components. Look, the average Node.js project, right, has over 1,000 transitive dependencies. Most teams review almost none of them. Every single one of those is a potential insertion point. If you remember SolarWinds, right, SolarWinds taught us that build pipelines are targets. XE taught us that maintainer burnout creates opportunity. Axios teaches us that even active and well-maintained packages with trusted publishing configured can be bypassed with a long-lived token that nobody revoked. Nation-state actors figured this out years ago, and now the TTPs are spreading. So what does the actual mitigation look like, right? People are saying to pin your dependencies and commit and enforce your log files. Use npm CI, not npm install. Disable post-install scripts where you can, and use install flows that ignore scripts where possible. Right? You have to require provenance and signed build metadata for critical packages. And if a new version of a major package shows up without provenance metadata, that is your alert. Also, monitor outbound from your build environments, right? Your CI runner should not be calling random domains, and that is how Huntress was able to catch this one. Your perimeter is not gone, right? But it's no longer the front line. Your supply chain is.